A suspect is dead and a Lincoln County Sheriff's deputy is in the hospital recovering after being shot. This morning, we're live with how it all unfolded.
And today is the final day of the extreme heat and high humidity. Temperatures cooling down for the weekend, but also a chance of rain in the forecast.
The first week of school wraps up with a full day of heat. We're live in Fort Zumwalt this morning, where the band and the dance team and dozens of other people have turned out to help us welcome the weekend.
The first week of our Tackle Hunger series, we've got Marquette visiting Lafayette. We're going to talk about the matchup and get excited for the game tonight, hopefully in a little bit cooler weather.
This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you. We are live this morning flying over Fort Zumwalt West, and as you can see, we've got a lot of folks on that football field getting pumped up for Friday night football because this is the first weekend in Missouri that we're going to see the guys back on the field playing the game. We got the cheerleaders, we got the band, and in the middle of all of that, Alex Pheeves will be joining him in just a bit. Right now, I want to say good morning to you. It is Friday. Oh yeah, the weekend's here, August 25th, or really not.
And I'm Michelle Lee. We just want to say thanks for joining us, including those of you who might be catching us on 5+ this morning. It's always great to see you, and you made it through the week, which is so nice.
Yes.
So nice. All right.
Didn't melt.
Exactly. Yeah.
We're still here.
Yeah.
Paul Cook's keeping an eye on traffic as always, and Anthony is giving us some really great information about our forecast.
It's going to finally cool down, but we've been talking about the cool down for a while. Yesterday, we started talking about a few showers possible in the forecast, and I do think it's a little bit beefier than we were thinking at first. We were thinking maybe just nothing, but now we may have some showers around, beginning today, in fact. So the cool down's coming, and it's all because of a cold front, and that will bring in those showers, but also cooler, cloudier conditions for the weekend. So today is the first day where some of us could get wet, but I'm telling you what, this sunrise, it is spectacular. Clear skies this morning, all the twinkling lights of downtown. The excessive heat warning, that is set to expire this evening, and you can notice north it's already been trimmed down from Chicago into Minnesota. That's because the ridge is breaking down and moving away. A series of low pressures north of us ready to slide on in, and that's going to squash that heat away from us. But you can see rain this morning in parts of Iowa, Dakotas, and Minnesota, and that's headed our direction for this weekend. Still hot and humid today, 100 the high later on. We'll talk about the futurecast and the weekend coming up. Let's get over to Paul now, see what's happening in the world of traffic on this Friday morning. Good morning to you, Paul.
Good morning, Anthony. A little pep in your step this morning because it's Friday and we have the high schoolers back, all the schools back. It's so exciting. Also want to take a look up north. We are not delayed, but look at all this construction. It's still there all over the summer, and this is quite a big project here. 270 at Halls Ferry, moving right along. We're going to keep an eye on that because it could bog down here. Then you look at the big map. You're going to see just a lot of green out there. And Rennie said it, so much going on this weekend, and this one could bog you down to tomorrow and Sunday, leading into Forest Park at 40. Just be careful for the Evolution Festival. Should be fun, but crowded. More traffic coming minutes away.
We put out that blue alert earlier. We want the public to know that they are safe now. The individual has been located. He is deceased. So there's nothing more that the general public here in this area needs to be concerned about.
Well, and breaking this morning, new information about the blue alert sent to your phone last night. You may have heard that. As you just heard, the man accused of shooting a Lincoln County Sheriff's deputy, then setting a house on fire, is now dead.
Right now, we do know that the deputy is recovering in the hospital. Now, this all happened around Creech School Road in Troy, Missouri. Our Travis Cummings joins us now live outside Missouri Highway Patrol's headquarters with the new developments that we learned overnight. Travis?
Rennie, Highway Patrol is leading this investigation. As of late last night, that deputy was recovering inside the hospital after undergoing surgery. Here's what led up to all of this. We're talking just about 12 hours ago here. Deputies were called to a home for a domestic disturbance on Creech School Road in Troy just before 6:30 last night. When we got there, they say 54-year-old Thomas Varvera was in his yard and began firing at deputies. One deputy was struck in the bulletproof vest. Some of the shots were buckshot. The suspect then set his home on fire and ran into a nearby shed. SWAT officers later found the Varvera dead in a shed on the property. Authorities say these types of calls are always difficult to respond to. And Sheriff Rick Harrell with the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office put out the following statement in support of the recovering deputy. He said, quote, "Our thoughts and prayers are with our deputy and his loved ones as we rally around him during this difficult period. Acts of violence like these are a stark reminder of the risks our law enforcement officers undertake every day to protect and serve our community." Now, we have put in an inquiry on the officer's condition at this time. We'll bring you the latest information once we know more. We're live in St. Charles this morning. Travis Cummings, 5 on your side.
All right, thanks so much, Travis. Just a few hours ago, 5 on your side obtained a document from multiple Jennings council members demanding a no confidence vote in the mayor. 5 council members signed a letter claiming Mayor Gary Johnson is abusing his power. This comes as a handful of city leaders resigned last week. A no confidence vote will take place Monday at the city council meeting. We have reached out to Mayor Johnson and have yet to hear back.
School is officially in session, as we've been talking about all week. In fact, the weekend is now here. We're going to take a live look out over Fort Zumwalt West High School in St. Charles County. Students everywhere are now anticipating their first Friday of the brand new school year. And out there is where we find our Alex Fees this morning. Alex, it looks like you've got students, staff, cheerleaders, football players, a band, everybody showing off some hospitality this morning.
Yeah. Everybody has turned out, Rennie and Michelle, very much so. I've never seen so much activity on a high school football field in the middle of the night. Our apologies to the neighbors. They were playing on our behalf, and we appreciate that this morning. Joining me live this morning is Rob Stegeman, the band director.
Hey, how's it going?
Mr. Stegeman, thanks for being here. How many band members do you have?
We have about 145 this year.
Okay. 8 tubas. I'm impressed.
Yeah, we're just about to run out of actual instruments. So if we had one more kid, we'd be in big trouble.
All right, you guys have to be up and running at the beginning of the school year. When do you start getting your orchestration together and start all this rehearsal?
Yeah, so I mean, they actually start right after school lets out, and we do some intensive camps. We give them some time off in the summer, and then we kick back up in July. So it's a lot of time over the summer. Summer's about half of our rehearsals for the entire year. So.
All right, and Mr. Stegeman was telling me that an early morning event like this is good practice for a high school band member because this is the life of a professional musician. Make that case for him.
Yeah, I mean, pro musicians, there's a lot of sitting around and waiting and then go, and you got to be on, you got to play really well. So this is a great experience for the kids.
I'm going to free you up to tell them to go. We're going to hear now from the marching band here.
Let's go.
Fort Zumwalt West Marching Band, live, loud, and proud, early this morning on Today in St. Louis. Rennie, Michelle, you got to get up mighty early to beat the band in St. Charles County.
They sound great. All right, Anthony, take it away. Is it going to be too hot for these folks out there tonight?
Actually, it's going to start to cool down. So we actually have some better weather on the way beginning this evening. The excessive heat warning is set to expire, but today will still be a hot one. 101 the high for your temperature later on today. But the evening hours, we will have cloud cover increase. The humidity will start to come on down, and there's even a chance of a shower or two beginning today for some of you. So yes, the icky emoji is still there on the forecast for today because of the uncomfortable weather. But as we go through the course of the weekend, cooler, cloudier conditions develop. And yes, a chance for showers for some, as mentioned, beginning today. And then next week, it will be delightful. Numbers will top out in the 80s through much of the week. We'll take a deeper dive into the rain chances for the weekend coming up.
Thanks so much, Anthony. All right, this morning we're also live at Lafayette High School for our second annual Tackle Hunger Food Drive. So we've got competing bands, competing drill teams, and
Indoors.
dance teams, and
Indoors.
too. That's where Gary Frank wanted to be.
He's happy.
Right? Remember? He's joining us live with a preview of tonight's Rockwood rivalry and how you can help donate.